And you said this I've never heard, and maybe, maybe I don't know if this is a Glendora thing or it's something you've learned from other people. What is the like Educator Effectiveness Academy? What is that? Like, give me like because someone's heard that and they're like, what is that? Right? I guarantee you listen to that podcast. Like, what is that? What you're doing? Like, and either one of you can take that question because I'm really curious on what that looks like.
Well, the reason we called them Educator Effectiveness Academies is because in California we had a grant monies called Educator Effectiveness Grant, and
Right.
so we were able to compensate our teachers with some extra pay for their professional learning. But the grant money, of course, has an ending date
Right.
to it. So we called our academies Educator Effectiveness Academies to connect with our grant money so that when we use the funding for that, we would be really clear that when we continue to have academies, that if we couldn't unfortunately pay our teachers with that
Right.
funding, that's what the funding would run out. It was connected to the title
Oh
was
no.
connected to.
Is this a touchy subject that I hit on?
Yeah. Well, sometimes we're unable to, we want to provide, we
Right.
want to compensate teachers because we know how important it is when teachers are working after hours. We honor that. We know how much hard work teachers do, and we know how hard it is to work after their contract hours, but we're not always able to do that. So this allowed us to do that. And we were really happy to be able to do that. So we named our academies after the funding that went with them.
Awesome.
And the cool thing about the academies too, is it really digs deeper into what we started at the beginning of the year. So many times you have professional learning and you're like, oh yeah, that was awesome. And then you get into the daily life and it falls away and it was a one and done thing.
Right.
The Educator Effectiveness Academies were designed to dig deeper into what they were doing. So like we offered the intro to the science of reading, and then you could choose to do the Educator Effectiveness Academy, get some extra money for doing it, but it digs really deep into the science of reading or into restorative practices. And that way it kind of spirals that and lets us build our internal experts with something they're passionate about.